Fellow, my dear listeners, wherever you are this very moment listening to me, I greet you from Nigeria. I'm here to inform you that whatever situation or whatever condition, whatever position that God has given to you, I want you to use it and glorify God, not using it to dehumanize and oppress the less privileged. Nyesom Wike, the FCT minister, has beaten more than he can chew. So what actually happened concerning the landed matter in Abuja? I want between him and the soldiers. I want to advise other people who are in the same way, the same line, speaking, moving, doing things like Wike, to be very careful because this life is only once we come, and try to do good thing when you are alive. Nyesom Wike is such a wicked and bad man. Everybody knows him. If there's no any other thing, you will understand how Wike kill Biafrans. Kill Biafrans, about 3,000 Biafrans in a day. So, why I'm bringing this issue to you is for you to see the level of Wike's wickedness. When he was a governor, he committed this genocide on Biafrans because Biafrans are talking about having their nation. So he even denied that he is not an Igbo man. He denied that he's not a Biafran. He denied many things. He denied even Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who has helped Wike severally. So what I'm saying this very moment may make sense to you, or it may not make sense to you, but try as much as possible you can to be human, value and respect your fellow human being and the right of others, irrespective of who you feel you are, because any position you found yourself, God allows you to be in that position, and that position is for a purpose, whether good position or bad position. But mostly, when you are in a good position or in a higher position, as Wike has been. So, Wike, being the FCT minister, claims that all the power in Nigeria belong to him, and this is why he shouted on the military officer that was, maybe guarding the land. So then I want to say something to this issue. There are laws that militaries cannot violate, and most of the time militaries goes by instruction and order. If you didn't order them, especially when their superior orders them, then you cannot change it. So this young man is a high-ranking officer, anyhow you look at it. And being in a uniform, and you are seeing him, he is on his military uniform. So you don't need to insult him or talk to him anyhow. Even if he is not, even if he is a civilian, you don't need to insult him and talk to him anyhow. Wike embarrassed him and tell him to get out from here. But finally, in the end, Wike ended up to be the one to got out from that place they are talking, because the young military officer told him that he cannot live here because he was here by by the order of his superior. Maybe it's the army chief that sends them to stay there to guard the land. Then nobody that has the right or the power over the army chief except the president himself. So Wike should understand this and try to know his left from his right. And again, very bad of him to tell the army officer that he is a small boy. He doesn't know anything. That when the army officer was in primary school, that he has graduated from university. So, what has this to do with FCT minister and to do with the soldier who is doing his work in his uh, right place at the right time as the boss ordered him to do? So, is it enough reason for Wike to begin to bring out his certificate, reminding the young officer that he was a small boy when he too has graduated from university? Is it only Wike that has ever attended university in Nigeria? Is it only Wike that graduated, have ever graduated, or a graduate? Is he the only graduate in Nigeria? So this brings about pomposity, belligerent, and self-complacency. Believing that everything belongs to him and he has everything in his hand, even your life. He claims that the life of Nigerians are in his hand. You see, intimidating publics and destroying lives and properties have been the nature of Nyesom Wike. Nyesom Wike have never done anything he'll come out and say he has done well. You understand? So, and that is what actually that has put him into condition he found himself today. You see, one of his hand is paralyzed, one of the leg is paralyzed. So what did he think? That even if it is fight, can he be able to fight the soldier? And when he fights the soldier on military uniform, you know what it means. Even police on military uniform, provided on police uniform, provided he's wearing a uniform, you must respect that uniform. He didn't just uh, go to the dustbin and bring the uniform and wear by himself. The president of the nation is aware of that uniform he's wearing. Though, sorry for me to say that Nigeria doesn't have president, because if Nigeria were to have president, somebody like Tinubu will never come out to say he's a president of Nigeria, because all what Wike is portraying is because Wike and Tinubu are playing the same wing and the same blood flows in their blood chromosome. So very arrogant, very hardened, and at the same time very inimical. So full of tribalism, nepotism, betrayal, and you could name them. So they don't regard human being and they don't value human life. So, but I think I must to say from here that the army officer is a humble type. Yes, he's a gentleman, there is no any military man that is a boy. It is an insult to the military intelligence. It is an insult to the officer to call him a small boy. Small boy in which way? Have you seen any military officer who is a small boy? The answer is no. Any man or woman you see wearing military uniform and that uniform is acknowledged by the government of that country, that person is a man and that person is a woman. So there is no boy, no girl in military, if you wouldn't mind. They are men and women. So it is just telling you the level of ignorance and foolishness of Wike. So, but in all, the military officer decided to teach him a lesson that made him to cry. Wike was taught a lesson of his life. I think Wike finally met with his, I mean, his type, what he is looking for, he saw it. He could not achieve what he came there to do. All right? Because we get supposed to respect himself, value the office he's operating, and value others and their offices. What we get supposed to do is to send his bodyguard to go and find out what the militaries are there doing on that land so that now he can come by himself and ask them some questions because he is the one in charge of Federal Capital Territory. On the other hand, he has the right to ask what is going on in the place committed, FCT committed in his hand. FCT is committed into his hand. But he doesn't have the right if the army chief has given order to guard the place, to come and tell the militaries to get out. You see, shouting on army officer like a child, telling him to get out. He's a small boy, so it's not